hour at 4 is positivity only. So if you have thoughts, concerns, first 2 hours, we're here for you. Any negativity will not be allowed in the 414 hour at 4. Kyle Wallace, say something.
You know what? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling James Brown good today.
Bradley, how do you follow that up?
It's hard to follow that one up, but I woke up this morning. Before games, I get a little nervous, a little tingle in my tummy. I felt the same type of tingle this morning, boys.
I got some nervous energy, too. This is fun. This is what we live for.
Yes,
hey, let's
is.
set the scene for a second. We talk about Jordan Love and Kyle being an idiot saying he's selfish holding out in training camp. We go to the Brazil game in which Jordan Love looked like he died and was never going to come back in this season from a football standpoint.
I forgot the way I went to bed that
And we are
night.
here. They are in the playoffs. Think about the journey. Malik Willis. What's this team going to be like? Love comes back. He gets hurt again. The groin. We're here, folks. 800-990-3776. Let's cut the crap. It's a playoff Friday.
I've been waiting for this energy all week, baby. Let's go.
I mean, let's live in the moment for a second here. This is the Green Bay Packers.
Where's this been all week?
I mean, it's been frustrating to see that the Eagles are actually kind of good.
Yeah, that's fair.
But at the end of the day, let's get ready for this game.
Yeah.
But before we do that, Stroph's an idiot.
Hey, what'd I do?
Yesterday.
Yes.
Which you do what you do, right? You pick up your girlfriend from the airport by parking your car and going inside and waiting outside of security to open arms, give me a hug. I'm so happy you're back. I'm going to take your bags. You're a great gentleman.
Yep.
Your stupid bottom decided to not look to see on any platform, FlightAware, Google, as to where the flight was and when it was going to be arriving in Milwaukee. You then decided to park your car, go inside the airport in Milwaukee, where no bars were open, and sit there like a buffoon.
That wasn't my fault.
No, it kind of is.
Yeah.
You didn't have. You could have checked and known when the flight was landing.
How long was the delay? So you show up, and then you check?
So I left the office. And it said the flight was going to land at about 5:45.
Wait. When did it say this, Strofe? Did it say
when
this
I
before
left? When I left. So I left about 5:35. I left the office. Thinking, okay, she'll land at 5:45. I'll get there about 5:50. I'll be waiting 5-10 minutes, right?
Okay.
So I left the office. It said 5:45 arrival time. I said, great. So I get to the airport about, like I said, 5:50. When did I text you guys? Right around 5:50? Yeah. And when I was walking into the airport, I was checking just to make sure maybe it was running early, maybe they were there already, yada yada. It said, delayed to 6:28. It was like, oh,
wow, how does that happen?
Exactly. And then it happened again. It got delayed to 6:36 while they're in the air. 6:38. And I end up waiting like an hour in this airport. And the bar that I was going to walk over to, I was going to get a quick drink, just hang out there, talk to the bartender, yada yada. They're putting bar stools on the bar as I walk up at 5:50.
Oh, brutal.
They close
brutal.
at 6. Brutal.
Wow.
So, Strofe, I wanted to bring you into a couple conversations that Bradley Nortman and myself, Ben Brust, had with our spouses because we were on the other side of the coin here. So as I got in the car yesterday and I was in the car with my fiance, it was probably about 10 minutes into a drive in which all of a sudden I was like, you know what? I got a random question. I said, hey, babe. If you were to land at the airport and I was coming to pick you up and I was waiting outside the security area where I can't enter, but as soon as you exit, I can greet you, would you want that? She goes, hell no. I want you to be in the car and I want that car I want that car to be rolling forward as the bags are going into the car.
I like that.
And I was like, yes. And she goes, and she proceeded to rant about the idea of me coming into the airport.
How stupid that would be.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Right around the dinner table, I posed the same question to Lexi and said, you know what? Strofe does this with his girlfriend. What would be your reaction if you saw me in the atrium of Milwaukee's airport? And she said it'd be met with confusion and frustration. She would expect there would be a major emergency that had happened, so there would be concern. And I said, oh, no. This would be just to greet you, to show you my love. She'd say, you can show me your love by
They
you
get
can
the
get
bleep out
me
of here.
home.
See, I tried to tell y'all yesterday, these are called independent women. These women is independent. They don't need us to wait on their every need. So, Stroke, stop waiting on her every need the way you are.
Jason Wilde did defend Alex Strofe as he has a microphone that currently is not
No, it's
working.
working.
Okay, you got
no,
it back.
I fixed it. Yeah. No, we've got about 100 other issues back here.
But I
we'll
will
work on
say,
those.
Jason
Yes.
Wilde did join us and say he does the exact same
Everybody
thing as Alex
texted in
Strofe.
defending me as
Not
well.
everybody. There was some that said you have to pry me out of the car
Yeah,
seat to
that's
go in
true.
there.
Did
Some of
anybody?
us
I
did say
mean,
that.
we polled the women of KBN Nation, and they all said this is stupid. This is dumb. You're setting yourself up for something.
Be
that's eventually
more
gonna fail.
like Brad, Ben, and Kyle.
Because if it was the other way
Be
around,
more like Brad.
and I was arriving, I would want the same thing. I would want that car to be gassed up, to be warm, to be headed home, because we got a 30-minute drive back to the Nortman estate. Plenty of time to catch up, share our embraces. You don't need to do that at the airport. So maybe is this you learning your lesson, Strofe, or is this now going to continue to happen regardless?
This will continue to happen regardless.
Okay. Well, at least you're a man
So
of
you-
the
so-
same. Be the same guy.
So he says. I don't think this is going to continue to happen. And Strofe, so how much you end up spending on parking yesterday?
I spent $4 on parking.
So what did you
Kyle
do?
said he wouldn't spend $3.
Yeah. So what did you do to pass the time? Let's text us.
I love my girl, but I ain't spending $3 on her.
I texted you guys. I sat my little behind down. I scrolled Twitter for 45 minutes, and eventually she walked through the gate.
800-990-3776. No surprise, Strofe just bends the knee at every beck and call for his girl. But
She's way too good for me. Why wouldn't I?
there you go. Here we go. Nice drop in, just in case she's listening. Alex Strofe, everybody. Who is
As
under
you
more
should be.
pressure on Sunday? Matt LaFleur or Jordan Love? I like that on Twitter at KBN ESPN on Twitter. Who is more under pressure? Who's under more pressure? Jordan Love or Matt LaFleur? What say you, any, mini, miny, mo, Packer backer?
Yeah, I think this one's easy, right? Like, how am I going to put a lot of pressure on somebody who's only been here for 2 seasons, right? And last year, Jordan Love, let's be honest, Jordan Love showed us something in the playoffs last year. That's why everybody was talking about him being the quarterback they would want to start an organization with. But when I look at Matt LaFleur and overall what he's done, this is year number 6 for Matt LaFleur, and Matt LaFleur ain't really had a marquee win. We've discussed that extensively. And so the pressure is completely on Matt LaFleur because Matt LaFleur has something to prove, right? He has to show that he can win big games. He can go on the road and win a big game. Dallas was a big step, but we talked about this yesterday. This Eagles football team is much better than that Dallas football team. And the way that the Packers have to go through the playoffs this year, if they go through the playoffs and they end up beating Philadelphia, they end up beating the Lions, and they beat whoever to get to the Super Bowl, he would have proved a lot. But if they lose in the first round, the conversation is still going to be had about Matt LaFleur not being able to win the big games. Matt LaFleur, hey, mark my words, they lose, everybody's going to be talking about, I like Matt LaFleur, but is he the guy to get us there? How do we?
He's not going anywhere,
he's not going
but that
anywhere.
will be in the minds of people.
And the hot seat, and it's weird to say hot seat, but even going into next season, the expectation for the Green Bay Packers will be that they're in the same position that the Vikings are in, that the Eagles are in, and the Lions are in going into next year. So he better win on Sunday, or everybody's going to be talking about what he can't do or what he hasn't done yet.
Who is under more pressure Sunday, Matt LaFleur or Jordan Love? 800-990-3776 on Twitter at KBN ESPN.
Well, there's plenty of pressure to go around for both of them, but to me, it is Matt LaFleur. You look at Matt LaFleur, and you're right, Kyle, he's in his 6th year of being the Green Bay Packer head coach. His playoff, that's below 500 in the playoffs.
Don't like that.
Now, naturally, in the playoffs, right, you're going to, it's going to be somewhere around 500, but you'd like to be well above 500. 3 and 4 is just not good enough, though. With a quarterback,
3 and 5 sounds gross.
3 and 5 would be horrible. And when you think about the quarterbacks he had, right? He had Aaron Rodgers in 2 MVP type seasons, and the first season in 2019 was Aaron Rodgers' resurgence. You had a young, healthy, high-flying team last year, which yes got you a win, but you fell short in the NFC divisional round. And now this year, you have to be very careful in the NFL of what narrative you start to spin about yourself. Right now, Matt LaFleur is building a reputation of being a great regular season head coach, but he is not building the reputation of being a great postseason head coach.
Sounds like someone who played quarterback for the Packers over the last 14 years.
Yeah, but at least he won a Super Bowl, and Super Bowls allow for you to have great regular seasons until you all of a sudden become a little pouty guy who always wants things his way. You become a little diva, and you got to get out of town. But you're absolutely right. I'm telling y'all this right now. Matt LaFleur has a lot on the line coming on this Sunday. Not his job, but overall his peace. He will not have any peace throughout the offseason if the Green Bay Packers go to Philadelphia and lose again. We'll be talking about Jordan Love because Jordan Love is on the football field, and unless Jordan Love has a miserable performance, everybody and all the attention will be about how Matt LaFleur has not gotten over that hump quite yet. In 6 seasons, a lot of coaches end up winning. And a matter of fact, most coaches don't make it to 6 seasons in the NFL, right? And so to be here this long, the expectation is typically going to at least one Super Bowl.
Matt and Madison, 800-990-3776. You're on the Carbless Talking text line. Less is more.
Hi.
Hi, Matt.
Hello.
Hey, Matt.
Quick question about your question. I feel like it's the premise of the question seems a little strange to me because nothing. What exactly is the pressure on him?
Oh, Matt,
He'll be perfectly fine.
I'm gonna tell you this, Matt. I'm gonna tell you this, Matt. I love you, but I need some more positivity, or I need some energy.
I
man.
can't hear you.
I can't
hear you.
But
Where are you, Matt?
You asked me what the question was. The question was, are we going to be upset with Matt LaFleur come Monday? That's basically what it is. Are we going to be upset with Matt LaFleur or Jordan Love come Monday because of the fact that our Green Bay Packers ain't playing no
And
more?
you can you can call in and say neither. They're gonna get it done, and I'm willing to hear you out.
I think Matt was asking, what pressure are you talking about? First of all, this is the National Football League, baby. I mean, it is nothing but pressure. And you think about Jordan Love, for a minute until Dak Prescott surpassed him, highest paid player in NFL history. So with that comes pressure. Quarterback one of the Green Bay Packers, Matt LaFleur, 6 years now as the Green Bay Packers
Preach,
head coach.
NFL punter, preach.
With 7 postseason games under his belt, 8 coming in 2 days from now, there's plenty of pressure to go around. This is Titletown after all. So if there's not pressure to win playoff games for the Green Bay Packers head coach and quarterback,
Then what are we doing?
800-990-3776.
I see your calls. We will get to them on the other side. We'll continue to curate those, get the responses, and ask the question to you. Who is under more pressure on Sunday, Matt LaFleur or Jordan Love? This already feels like it's leaning very Matty LaFleur right now with that 3-4 playoff record that Brad Nortman so eloquently stated to all of us. 800-990-ESPN, the Carbless Talking text line. Who is under more pressure, Matt LaFleur or Jordan Love, or neither, because you think they're going to get it done?
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
What's going on? Big, come on.
It's getting tough. It's getting slow.
Ben, don't be pathetic. Your father's with your baby. They're listening. You gotta be better.
but I'm giving it my all.
I don't know what you're at either.
Stop humping the ground.
Yeah.
Get up.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Do you want to have more fun watching the NFL playoffs? Try playing Sleeper Picks. Just download the Sleeper app today and pick more or less on at least 2 players' projected stats. You can win up to 100 times your cash. For a limited time, Sleeper has a special offer. New users have to just play $5 and they'll receive $55 in free entries. Just download the Sleeper app today and use code BRAD, B-R-A-D. Must be 18 years or older. Promo code, location, and other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help. Football season. Best time of the year and my favorite time of the year. This is ESPN Wisconsin's Brad Nortman. On game days, my favorite teammate is a cold Carbless in my hand. Premium cocktails in a can made right here in the great state of Wisconsin. Maybe it's when I'm at the tailgate ahead of kickoff or getting ready at home for the game. Carbless is there. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and gluten-free. Carbless features classic cocktails like margarita, Paloma, and even Moscow Mule, and vodka cocktail flavors like cranberry, lemon, and peach. Find it on your next grocery trip. Carbless. Less is more.
The area's best high school sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
Spins up with the right hand. It's good. Count it and a foul.
The hoop and the harm.
Goes in right side. Puts it in with 2 seconds to go. What a play. Dribbling, crossing over, fadeaway. Yes, that was nasty.
Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on 100.5 ESPN and streaming live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Join Stoughton Health for Medicare 101, a free talk with licensed insurance agent Ben Rothering. Learn the basics of Medicare Parts A, B, C, and D, how to enroll, what's covered, and explore additional coverage options. This informative session happens Thursday, January 16th, 2025 at noon, both online and in person at the Stoughton Health Community Health and Wellness Center. To register, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, and Wisconsin On Demand.
She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman hanging with you, KBN Nation. Alex Stroh running the show. Who's bringing the good vibes in Madison?
Hello.
Nobody.
I got some good vibes, Ben.
Hey, my guy, Ryan Wollersheim. Oh, man.
The hype speech?
Who's got a better chance of success in this weekend? Ryan Wollersheim of landing a date over the weekend or the Packers winning against the Eagles?
Packers.
It better be the Packers. I hope it's the Packers. I mean, geez. I don't want my weekend to be ruined.
Doesn't have a date and his team loses. Thank you, Ryan Wollersheim, for that amazing drop in. Thank you, Ryan Wollersheim.
No, Ryan, our show is probably 90% mid, but you should put your Twitter handle out there or your Instagram, because maybe somebody got a nice sister. They want a nice, healthy, strong man or not strong.
He's thinner than Strofe.
A nice,
emotionally strong.
decent looking.
He's a good man.
Yeah.
He's handsome.
Kind-hearted, decently handsome man.
Hardworking.
For your sister or cousin. Hardworking. There it is. Look.
Gym rat.
Yeah.
Coach's kid.
And and he probably spends all his money on the women that he has because he tries to keep them that way, don't you?
He doesn't have any to spend on.
Savvy.
Oh, wow.
Savvy.
Oh, wow. Maybe not. Nobody wants their sister dating
Ryan,
a broke
you
boy.
cheap.
No, I wouldn't say so. I don't spend a lot of money, but I don't have anyone to spend the money on, so.
Oh, he's willing.
Ryan,
He's willing and able.
Ryan, where are you on the whole airport arrival situation? Would you go meet your significant other in the airport, or would you just go pick her up?
I don't understand the charm of sitting in an airport bar and trying to talk to the bartender, to be honest. Like,
it sounds self-serving, doesn't it? Strofe wanted a reason to go to the bar.
Strofe wants to yuck it up with the stranger.
It was not my initial plan, all right? I didn't intend on being there for 45 minutes. I was going to the bar to burn time. I wasn't like, can't wait to go get a beer at the airport.
But even then, like, you're going to spend, 15 minutes there and then just go grab your girlfriend and leave? Like, it just feels like you got to spend the 15 minutes at home.
I think we should all listen to Ryan Wollersheim. He's got the most girlfriends of any of us in our lifetime, so let's just take the advice of Wooly, you know?
I'm cheering for you, buddy.
We have a couple interesting responses here. Steven says, if Jordan Love is great and Maddie is average, we're in trouble. This in reference to our question to you. Who is under more pressure on Sunday, Matt LaFleur or Jordan Love? If J Love is average but Maddie is great, we win. It's putting a lot on Matt LaFleur there, and I'm fine with it.
It's a good way to frame it.
It really is a great
Diana
way to
and McGuanago, Kyle's number one fan. You
What
are
up,
up
girl?
on the Carbless Talking text line, 800-990-3776. Dirty D, going once.
Hope you're okay.
Dirty D going twice. Dirty D sold to the dropped call.
The one thing that's interesting about Matt LaFleur, right, is in these big games, and recently he's been a little on edge in the sideline. I mean, he is not keeping his composure. He's not sticking to what we think is a balanced, good game plan. That's what I want to see, right? It's not that he necessarily needs to win, although 3-5 record in the playoffs would be pretty bad if you want to be an all-time great Packer head coach. But is he just composed on the sideline? Things that we expect, he should be that, because when things start to fall off, man, if he's going crazy, freaking out at the refs and all this, that is a bad sign.
I think he is developing a reputation for somebody that is a little loose on the sideline, right? Not 100% locked in on the sideline.
Under 0.5 Matt LaFleur tantrums on Sunday.
Over. That's
Pound that over.
easy
Really?
money. Oh, what? What game?
You're going to get at least one.
What big game this year has he not thrown a tantrum? What big game he got? He even threw a tantrum to the fans. He threw the Packers are winning. The fans are doing the wave, having a good time.
Oh, that's right.
Doing the YMCA, hey, stop. What are y'all doing? Matt, focus on the game, man. Matt's sitting there thinking about the fans. Meanwhile, he forgot to ask Coach Bisaccia if Brandon McManus can hit a 55-yard field goal or not. He ain't locked in and focused the way he need to.
I mean,
you're the best, Kyle.
And that's the thing where, I would never expect Jordan Love to lose his cool. No matter what, right? No matter what, good. Good.
I can't wait for the day that he actually does.
I don't think we'll see it.
I don't even know if it's in his DNA.
Yeah, I don't think it is either. Which I love. He's so steady. He's so calm. So different than Rodgers and Favre. Honestly, I love the steadiness of that Packer quarterback position.
K-Walk chimes in with the positivity, and we will keep the positivity going. I'm telling you guys right now, we are going into Philadelphia like we did in 2010, and we are going to win this game. 24-20 Packers. Love, 270, 2 touchdowns. The defense gets 2 takeaways. K-Walk on the Carbless Talking text line.
See, I like that. That's the way the Green Bay Packers have to win this football game. It has to be takeaways. The Green Bay Packers have to be able to the defense has to put the offense in a position to have a short field, right? And also the biggest thing, like we saw last year, the Packers won that game against the Cowboys because they just played better, but also they were able to snatch momentum early on, right? They were able to score, they were able to force a turnover, and they were able to get up and make the Cowboys play from behind. If the Packers can recreate that same formula on Sunday, I promise you, they will win.
800-990-3776. Lewis and Franklin, you're up on the Carbless Talking text line.
Hey, the onus is on LaFleur. He's got to come through and outcoach Sirianni on Sunday. He's been outcoached in all divisional games, I think. And also, he needs a challenge guy. He needs to figure out how to win a challenge.
Yeah, not one that's given to him without a replay assist. Lewis, I want to ask you a question. You said he needs to do all of this. Do you believe that he will do all of this?
It's a coin flip. I'm not super confident going into the game, but...
Well, it's the time to say that,
think,
Lewis, because the first 2 hours, like we mentioned, we're open to a little bit of constructive feedback on this team. 414 hour at 4 will be positivity only. But, I mean, it's evidence to what we've seen this season from Matt LaFleur as to why, when we ask who's under more pressure, even though Love hasn't played that great this season, it all comes back to the head coach.
And it's not our fault that we're just evaluating what we see on the field. If you go into a season, and again, Matt LaFleur is a great coach. He is a really good NFL coach. He's gotten longevity not because they just like him, because he has found success, as Brad said, during the regular season. But even this year, the success that he had during the regular season, 11 wins, fantastic. But the 5 losses, really, 6 losses, but 5 losses on there to teams that are better than you. You're talking about the Lions, you're talking about the Vikings, and you're talking about the Eagles. That ain't good. That's a nasty taste in your mouth. So that kind of takes away the trust that we have in Matt LaFleur to execute when we really need him to execute at a high level as a head coach.
Kind of love how subliminally, like, the Bears loss is just like off the record. We're kind of all pretending this was a 16-game season, not a 17-game season. No, I'm fine with it. This is part of the that never happened. We're moving into Philadelphia without that blemish on the radar.
Yeah, it's like semi-preseason. It's like a semi-preseason game. Right?
Played them, didn't play them.
Yeah.
Guys get hurt. All right, let's protect ourselves. You know.
Yeah.
Hey, no, I gotta give Strofe credit because anytime I think about it now, I think about the hokey pokey.
You put your right foot in. You put your right foot out.
I haven't done a hokey pokey in probably over a decade.
But we've been big on the analogies, the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the Green Bay Packers and how they need to put together just a simple sandwich and put it all together for the win. The hokey pokey in the Bears game was exactly what the Green Bay Packers did, the right foot in and the right foot out.
Exactly right. I mean, it's actually funny. Just last night to our foster babies, I was singing them the hokey pokey. I didn't even realize it. You were trying to like sing them lullabies. I was singing them the hokey pokey.
See, Strofe, that's a good idea you
How
had.
about that?
I mean, you had a terrible idea going and, waiting on your girlfriend at the airport, but the hokey pokey idea was fantastic.
The sooner you realize 95% of my ideas are genius and will get you further in life, you'll be really successful.
That 5% that you gave us yesterday sucked. It did. It did. It's okay.
So if I thought you were going to have it ready to go. Whenever he comes at you, you have the ammo to send back at him.
I love my girl, but I ain't spending $3 on her. She did make a comment yesterday about something about, the ice cream. I bought ice cream last night. She said, you spent more than $3 on me. I was like, $5 ice cream. Here you go.
Man, they're always listening.
You know what's interesting? You know what's interesting about this offense that I just observed is it seemed like last year for Matt LaFleur, we were giving him excuses because we were saying, young quarterback, young wide receivers. They're not going where they're supposed to go. What more are you supposed to do? Now that it's evolved, it seems like the who we are maybe easier on, quote unquote, is Jordan Love. Because Jordan Love hasn't had a great season, good season, not great, but we're talking about, oh man, he's under so much pressure. Oh man, the receivers they're not getting separation. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. I even saw a back camera of the play that Jordan Love hurt his elbow on. Buddy, no one was open. Like, there was nobody open. He had nowhere to go. So it's almost like we've given more grace to Jordan Love this year, less to Matt LaFleur. Feels like that was flipped last year. Just kind of an interesting observation.
Yeah, again, it is Matt LaFleur. I think the pressure is on Matt LaFleur, but Jordan Love may be more important, if that makes sense. And so Matt LaFleur needs to find every way possible to scheme guys open. We've talked about we've talked about the man-to-man and the separation of the wide receivers, Christian Watson out. Like, I've heard a lot over the last 3 weeks how I feel like we've all been watching the same script. And when I say script, I mean the script in the first drive, the play calling, the end-arounds. Like, I need to see something, and I'm really hoping that he's just been holding on to a couple of things because they're going to need some big plays, and sometimes you can get some big plays on some stuff that you've had in your back pocket and you're waiting for the right moment. This is that moment.
No, it really is, especially with the fact that Christian Watson ain't coming through that door, and I know it sounds crazy that we're saying that, but Christian Watson did serve a purpose and a role in this offense. So as Ben just talked about, you're going to have some type of creativity that you unleash on Sunday. I know I'm a Packer backer, so when I say Bo Melton and Malik Heath, y'all may say,
4.3 speed.
Well, they fast. You know what I'm saying? And Malik Heath, I don't care what anybody says. When Malik Heath has gotten opportunities, he has popped. He's made plays. He made play last year against the Bears, and he made plays again this year against the Chicago Bears. And hope he can make plays on Sunday against the Philadelphia Eagles in stiffer competition.
But that's why you have a great head coach, right? Because like a great chef, it doesn't matter what ingredients you give them, they can make a really good dish. So even without Christian Watson...
Powerful, Brad.
Thank you, Ben. So even without Christian Watson, you've got other guys, other ingredients. Like, let's see what you can put together. Let's see what menu you can kind of put out there because he has everything he needs. against, yes, a very, very good defense in the Philadelphia Eagles, but a great chef will make a great dish no matter what ingredients you give him. That's Matt LaFleur's job this weekend.
All right, I'm starting to get the feeling that based off these two comments, which one is negative, but I think it paints a picture of what we should be looking for. Jason chimes in, personally, I appreciate the Packers crapping in the bed early. Helps me start grieving another disappointing season sooner so I don't have to get my hopes up for the end of the game. Then I hear from Bill here. I think if we come out fast and get a few stops in early, the D could help win this game. Are we just needing a microscope on the first half of this game? Because we know the theme against the better teams that the Packers have gone against has been getting down, trying to claw back, and then falling just short. How important is the start of the game on Sunday? Speaking of other games going on in the NFL playoffs, we all do realize what is going on in California. One of the games that the Rams was hosting has been moved to Arizona in an effort to help. If you are able, please help the people affected by the California wildfires in 2025. You can donate at redcross.org/ESPN. redcross.org/ESPN to help Red Cross responders and help people recover. 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talk and Text line. We will be hearing from you all show long, getting you ready for the Sunday game against the Philadelphia Eagles, and we will do so next with our wonderful producer, Alex Strofe, and Becoming Relevant next.
Go, Pack, go! You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Let them know the dread-headed brother loves the Green Bay Packers. When you see me, Goody, let me in the box.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. I joined the Princeton Club because I was looking for a place I could invest in my health, and the environment and the community I have felt has made it so easy for me to incorporate it into my everyday life. It doesn't matter where you're at in your fitness journey because they have something to offer everyone. It also goes beyond fitness. From the moment you walk in the club to the moment you walk out, there is a togetherness felt throughout the members and staff that keeps you going for your better tomorrow. Don't wait any longer and get started on your fitness journey today at PrincetonClub.net. That's PrincetonClub.net.
Ready for a win? Well, it's your year. At Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, you could win over $2,000 in free play every month all year long. Just play your favorite games and you might take the stage in the It's Your Year game show. 25 winners each Thursday. There's $300,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs this January. Yeah, we think it's your year. More info at paysbig.com. Must be 21 years old to play.
Outside In. That's what we call our Outdoor Living Unlimited showroom at 2018 South Stoughton Road. All the cool stuff you want outside in your yard displayed inside. Patios, decks, pavers, and an automated pergola, fire pit, outdoor kitchen, a putting green, and in-ground pool. Even a converting 3-season room that's either outside or inside. We are Outdoor Living Unlimited. Your outdoor living potential awaits you at our Outside In showroom, 2018 South Stoughton Road. OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
LabCorp Clinical Trials is changing to a new name, Fortrea. While the name may be different, Fortrea combines decades of great experience and professionalism with new opportunities for clinical trial participation. It's more than a mission and more than a new name. Fortrea is dedicated to moving healthcare forward. To learn more about the future of healthcare and upcoming clinical trials, visit us at FortreaClinicalTrials.com. That's FORTREA clinicaltrials.com.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
Have you been waiting to buy your next home? Stop. Now is the time to get housed. What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. Nobody has a crystal ball to know what the future holds. The longer you wait to find your next home, the better the chance you'll be paying more for it than you would be today. Don't miss out on what could be the best opportunity to find your dream home. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to help start your search. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Let's get housed.
Madison's home of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Lillard lobs up top to Giannis. Whoa, what a play!
Wisconsin Badgers volleyball.
Underneath it, bump set, left side, powers it down. What a rally! And Wisconsin comes out on top.
And now, the Milwaukee Brewers.
Hit to left and deep. Get up! Get up! Get out of here! Gone! Wow!
This is Madison's new home of the Milwaukee Brewers. 100.5 ESPN.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You put your left foot in, you put your left foot out, you put your left foot in and you shake
I don't like
it
this,
on
actually. I know Brad sang it to his younger little babies, but this is a reminder of what the Packers did against the Bears. Kind of catchy, though.
Oh, it's catchy.
Right arm in and then you shake it all about.
Right now, we're actually doing the hokey pokey on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and ESPN Madison.
So what is,
and stroke spinning.
What is the hokey pokey? I know, like, the arms and the legs.
Brad, you look so stiff.
I'm a little stiff. I need a carbless to loosen me up a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman doing the hokey pokey with you, KBN Nation. Don chimes in, 800-990-3776 on the Carbless Talk and Text Line. List is more. Love the good vibes today at KBN, unlike the doom and gloom morning show on 94.5 ESPN with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Guys, there is a regular season Matt and playoffs Matt. Playoffs Matt has exceeded expectations so far. Don, I love your positivity, but I don't think anyone can look at a 3-4 record and say that is exceeding expectations.
Yeah,
we'll dive deeper into that, I'm sure, at some point here with our guy, Alex Strofe.
Hey, Mr. Irrelevant, it's time to become relevant. Strofe's time to shine on KBN starts now.
Award season, fellas. Best time of the year. A little recognition. Brad, were you ever a first team All-Pro as a punter?
No.
Second team?
No.
Were you ever All-Pro?
Never All-Pro.
Pro Bowl?
All-Pro, sorry. I was a Pro Bowl alternate one year.
Okay, that's
Pro
still pretty badass, right? Second place, Brad strikes again.
Second place, Brad.
but still badass.
More like consolation, Brad.
Yeah, right, exactly. But still very cool nonetheless. Xavier McKinney being named first team All-Pro by the Associated Press earlier today. And yesterday, Jason Wilde & Co. with the Pro Football Writers of America Green Bay chapter handing out their Tom Mulhern Good Guy Award. Xavier McKinney, a recipient of that, as was Josh Jacobs. Can we just take a moment prior to Sunday's game and acknowledge how big those signings were this offseason by Brian Gutekunst? Josh Jacobs and Xavier McKinney. I mean, come on.
They're huge.
Don't get me started about the first-round draft picks. I'm just kidding. No, this is the moment to celebrate having cap space, making the moves. Xavier McKinney, if he continues, obviously he's not all takeaway only. Like, he is a good last line of defense. Like, he is a good tackler, and you need a good tackler in this Jeff Hafley system. He's done that masterfully, especially with the injuries around the secondary. He's been a staple. Josh Jacobs speaks for himself. He led the league in rushing 2 years ago with the Raiders, and the impact that he's had on the ground has been great. Unfortunately, I think we'd all agree, we'd hoped Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love would be able to take advantage of that run game from a pass game standpoint.
Yeah.
Season's not over, but I think overall those two have done what's been asked and more, and earning them more opportunities. And Xavier McKinney's signing is looking like you got him at a better price than you signed him for.
I think just to compare and contrast from where we were sitting a year ago, right, as we were getting ready for that wild card game in Dallas, Joe Barry was your defensive coordinator. It's now Jeff Hafley. Darnell Savage was your starting free safety. It's now Xavier McKinney. Right? I mean, just to look at the changes over the course of the last calendar year, Packers have done a really, really impressive job. I mean, it seems like almost upgrades all the way around.
Yeah, and I 100% agree. And also going to, Mark Murphy and Harlan, who came before him, the culture that we have at Green Bay, where they really are very particular. I know I'm upset that we never got Randy Moss, and shout out to Randy Moss, but the Packers are particular about who they bring in. They bring in really great dudes who are great on the field and off the field. So shout out to the organization as a whole.
Why is Randy Moss the one that sticks out to you?
Because Brett Favre wanted us to trade for Randy Moss, and had we traded for Randy Moss, we probably would have had a better chance of going to a Super Bowl. Because Randy Moss, because I think he went to Oakland, and then after that, he went to the Patriots, and we all know how that went.
Well, and
that was ridiculous. Him and Brady were awesome.
Yeah, him and Favre would have been awesome too, because Favre just would have
80-yard touchdowns would have broken
500. Randy Moss.
Yeah,
exactly.
When you sign big ticket free agents like that, it's not a guarantee that they end up like how Josh Jacobs and McKinney is. From my Jacksonville Jaguars, they do that every year. And like 1 out of 5 guys end up actually producing like their contract. This is very rare where these guys actually are out producing their highly ticketed contracts.
Yeah, so that's why I say shout out to the organization, because the Packers usually get it right in free agency.
Was Devondre Campbell on the team last year?
He sure was.
And just watching the debacle, like again, as we're just sort of doing these free agency signing, like
Edrin Cooper.
All day, every day. All day, every day.
And I think the last first-team All-Pro for Green Bay would have been
Devondre Campbell.
Oh, wow.
I hope these boys don't follow that path. That'd be disappointing.
/ Aaron Rodgers, right? Because they're both 2021.
Ron the Key trolling Kyle Wallace. Shout out Randy Moss, who's definitely listening.
Dang.
He's sick.
Yeah, that's why you were doing the shout
I would watch your mouth, Ron the Key. Jerry Rice is a friend of the show.
That's right.
A friend of the show.
I forgot. We interviewed Randy Moss.
No, Jerry Rice.
Or Jerry Rice.
Wow. That was wild.
Kind of a random happening on this show, but hey, neither here nor there. So the one debacle I'm having, when it comes to this game Sunday, and look, I'm gonna flush all this away by 4:00 when we do the positivity hour from 4 to 5. I'm worried about the Christian Watson situation. No, Christian Watson tears his ACL last week against Chicago. I like our receiver group, but they've been underwhelming in 2024. So if I throw you this question, I'm curious how each of you would answer it, because I don't think I'm going to get the same answers. Who needs to step up in that room Sunday to give the Packers a chance?
Who needs to?
Who needs to?
I mean, it's the easiest answer in the world. It's the guy that's shown the most potential, who has done it over a 7-game span, who you called Jaden Reed.
A superstar.
Yeah. And he
hasn't been a superstar as late.
He has not been a superstar. And he had, again, this is the whole Jekyll and Hyde of the Packers offense, of Jordan Love last year versus this year, or Jordan Love.
Use of Jekyll and Hyde.
Of just showing what they're capable of, and us grasping for air, being like, are they going to show it? Like, if they don't show it, I'm going to die, and the team's going to lose, and they don't show it, and we lose.
What is Jekyll and Hyde?
It's just like, you show the capability. In
stuttering?
context, I know how to use it. Are you asking me what is Jekyll and Hyde?
Who are Jekyll and
Hyde?
Hyde?
They? Because I don't know who they are. I know what the meaning means.
So you used it correctly, but you don't know.
Why do I need to know what I'm using if I'm using it correctly?
I think it's important to know what a word means, or a phrase in this term, or in this sense.
Josh from Heartland chimes in. Nixon was a first-team All-Pro last year as a returner.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Sorry, Keyshawn. Sorry,
Keyshawn. You're stuck in the slot.
That was
catching a bunch of fair catches in the kickoff.
Yeah, he didn't have a good year last year.
Yeah.
What was the question? Jaden Reed.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Jekyll and Hyde.
And no lie, I didn't know what Jekyll. I don't know who they are.
Jekyll with an E.
Jekyll.
Jekyll and
Hyde.
You know who Jekyll and Hyde is, right?
It's people, right?
No, it's like a story.
It's people, right?
It's a story.
It's a book.
A book where there's a guy's like a scientist. He takes
Dr. Jekyll,
and he takes something and it creates like this alter ego personality, changes into Mr.
Oh,
Hyde
it's like Hulk
at night.
Yeah, yes.
It was and he's like strong and ferocious.
I'm a
dangerous.
Marvel guy. I can do the Hulk.
That 100% is
It's Hulk. Kind of like Bruce Banner and Hulk before.
We need Jordan Love to be the Hulk of last year, and Jaden Reed to be the Hulk of the 7 games that he was a superstar.
Brad, you agree it's Jaden Reed?
I do. I want to say somebody else, but if he is popping, that means multiple different facets of your offense is popping.
Dobbs will have a great game over the middle if Jaden Reed is helping create more attention towards him.
And see,
you
that's
can do more with Jaden Reed than anybody else.
And see, so for me, that's exactly why I think it should be, you know what you're going to get from Romeo Doubs. He's very, very consistent. I believe Jaden Reed is going to step up in this game because he understands that he has to. If Devontae Wicks all of a sudden gets going,
Dontavian.
I'm sorry. He ain't did much, so I forgot his name. Dontavian Wicks.
He is Devontae until he stops dropping passes. That's what Devontae Adams used to do early in his career with the Packers.
I'm sorry. Dontavian Wicks. If he pops and steps up in this game, he goes for 100, makes a nice little catch on a post route, that could mean something positive for this team. But when we talk about guys who need to step up, you lost Christian Watson, right? Well, now you need somebody to take his place. Jaden Reed already had his place in this offense. Romeo Doubs already had his place in this offense. Dontavian Wicks was one who was the fourth receiver where we didn't know what he was going to be. Now is his time to rise up and shine against the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday. Come on, Tay.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. Liz is more, and Brad knows a whole lot about that.
Oh, I know I know everything there is to know about Carbless. I even said it earlier. If I want to be a little bit of loosey-goosey, do the hokey-pokey, give me a little Carbless, and oh boy, am I loosey-goosey. Or just watch it all the games this weekend. A Carbless will be...
Even him saying loosey-goosey sounds stiff.
Yeah. Give me a Carbless, though, and then let me say loosey-goosey, and then I sound good. Even great friend of the show and great friend of Carbless, Katie, was in office today. I just love having Carbless around. Katie was telling me a little bit of what Carbless has on the forefront. Let me tell you, a lot to be excited about for Carbless 2025. New flavors on the horizon. But until then, there's so many great things to love about Carbless. Gluten-free, carb-free, sugar-free. That means guilt-free. It's 2025. You probably want to look a little bit better, feel a little bit better. Carbless is your go-to when it comes to a ready-to-drink cocktail that is certainly guilt-free. And it's made right here in the great state of Wisconsin. So as you're drinking it, you can support the green and gold knowing, hey, this supports Wisconsin right here. Not only that, there is flavors for everyone. Black raspberry, probably the best introductory flavor. I gave my brother-in-law, his girlfriend, a black raspberry. They were visiting from Connecticut over the holidays. Blown away. But not only that, lemon, lime, cranberry in the winter is outstanding. Classic cocktails like mojito, my favorite margarita. It was my first love with Carbless, still is my primary love. Find them at your local grocer whenever you go out to a bar. Carbless is everywhere, so you can get your Less is More with Carbless just about anywhere. Enjoy Carbless this weekend, KBN Nation.
On YouTube, Joe chimes in, y'all are forgetting something, and it needs to be in all caps. When Jaden Reed is over 100 yards, we have never lost a game. Oh, no, you said won a game.
No, we've never won a game.
Really?
That's true.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he had 100.
99 yards for Jaden Reed coming on Sunday.
He had over 100 against Philadelphia in that first Minnesota game, and I think one other time this year. Might have been that first Detroit game.
That seems fluky to me because they were the
It's
games that
probably
they
like
lost.
0-4 or
You know,
0-5,
it's not
right.
like a 5-year sample size.
I don't know if that's true last year. That might just be true this year.
That's a crazy stat, though.
Isn't that interesting?
So here's the thing. I know that Brad Nortman has cooked something up. If you want a little, I don't want to say, this might deserve X-Files coming up next.
Oh, it for sure is an X-Files analogy.
Brad has an analogy to make you feel better about the Green Bay Packers' chances on Sunday. Hear from Brad Nortman. And I can already approve it's better than his Hear Brad Outs. Next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Dick Van Dyke, real quick, on the Cha-Cha Slide ACL, says she was carried out by all 5 of us. 5 people?
That's a big girl. Big girl. Yeah, that's a big girl who did cha-cha.
Stop it, Kyle.
What you mean? 5 of them had to carry. That's a big girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by The Jump Around. Don't miss new episodes of this exclusive digital show talking all things Wisconsin sports, premiering every Thursday at 12:30, streaming live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Love Madison Volleyball makes its inaugural debut Friday evening. The pro women's roster includes Olympians, medalists, and former Badger stars. Founding athlete Lauren Carlini on why the Cap City is the place for this team.
They love their volleyball, they love their sports, and so being able to bring a professional team to them, this is something they've earned, right, over the years. For as long as they've been Badger fans and supporting us and seeing that growth and the potential, there's a reason why they chose this market and why Love is here. Really looking forward to feeling that support that we've had now for many years.
Love Madison facing Austin, 4:30 first serve on ESPN+.
Pella can make your home as beautiful on the outside as it is comfortable on the inside. Celebrate the new year with 0% interest for up to 3 years at PellaWI.com.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on Twitter for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
Purchase your tickets, grab some friends, and get to the Sylvie on Monday, February 24th for Andy North Trivia Night, presented by Exact Sciences. Enjoy a fun and inspiring evening of trivia, music, food, and refreshments while helping to raise money for UW Carbone Cancer Center. This fun and inspiring event is hosted by Andy North, and in addition to the trivia, the lineup includes a silent auction, celebrity appearances, and prizes. Doors open at 6 p.m. Visit AndyNorthandFriends.com to buy your tickets. Past year's events have sold out quickly, so get your tickets today.
Hey, it's Bobby Portis, and I love playing basketball in Milwaukee. When I drive down the lane, I move fast and make sudden moves to drive to the hoop and score. But when I'm behind the wheel in the driving lane, I control my drive. I don't speed or make sudden movements. Speeding and reckless driving are the leading causes of traffic injuries and deaths in Wisconsin. Do what I do. Control your drive. Don't speed. Don't be reckless. Zero in Wisconsin. Together we can save lives. Wisconsin DOT.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that American Family Insurance agents can help build a customized renter's policy so you can protect stuff like this, or this, or even this. Well, case in point. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offer the Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Jimmy chimes in. Are y'all Packers fans? All you literally do is bash the team. I said, you know what? We have two of the biggest Packer backers in the world on this show. How do you respond to Mr. Jimmy, Alex Strofe, and Kyle Wallace?
I mean, Jimmy, I look at things realistically. I put my green and gold rose goggles on a lot, but I'm just evaluating. And the only thing negative I said was the fact that if we lose on Sunday, or who the most pressure is on, the pressure is on my coach, Matt LaFleur. But I'm telling you this right now, Jimmy, I have confidence in Matty LaFleur, and I have confidence in my boy Jay Love.
I'd like you to find anywhere that I bash the Packers. I pointed out one concern I have offensively.
That's true. You are overly optimistic. You're actually more optimistic. He's a Packer backer, no doubt, Kyle Wallace.
Yep.
But you are a more optimistic Packer fan.
Most of the time, right? Like, I'm also realistic. I understand there's a tall task on I almost said Saturday, on Sunday. But yeah, like, we've got the pieces. This is a team that won a playoff game a year ago. Bring the faith, baby. Bring the energy. Let's go.
All right, more Packer positivity from the former NFL punter, Brad Nortman. X-Files.
All right, guys, here we go. We think about these teams. Think about the Packers' opponent on Sunday is the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what they're like? They're like a Hollywood couple. The Philadelphia Eagles are like a Hollywood couple. When you look at them on paper, you're like, boy, are they pretty. Boy, are they beautiful. They have no flaws. Look at them. Perfect across the board. But you dig a little deeper, you see that all is not well with Hollywood couples. In fact, you introduce a little bit of chaos, a little bit of drama, and what happens? Chaos, crumbling, and divorce. That's what happens to Hollywood couples.
Are you comparing the Philadelphia Eagles to Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck right now?
It could be. Insert your favorite dramatic Hollywood couple there. I mean, it could be Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. It could be the guys you just said. It could be any Hollywood couple.
Are Will Smith and Jada still together?
They are.
Technically.
I'm
not
we know
entirely
what
sure
happened.
how.
Kyle, are you eating salad in the middle of the segment?
I'm listening to Brad.
This is like, he's like the popcorn emoji, right? We're listening to this.
It is. It's intense.
Eat your food and stop talking.
The Philadelphia Eagles are like a Hollywood couple. They look beautiful, seemingly flawless on paper. How do you beat them? You look at it across the board, but you see a little bit of drama beneath the surface, right? You look at this team last year. They were 10-1, everyone's darling, but things got a little bit rocky. Bam! Collapse. Snap, just like that. Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni. For years now, there's been discussion of a rift between the two of them. Something feels off. Something feels wrong. Just a month ago, Brandon Graham, longtime Philadelphia Eagle, was asked, hey, what does this team need to improve on? He said, passing, a.k.a. shout out to the offense. And then you got issues with A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts. Less than a month ago, there was drama in their relationship. So you know what this means? Like a Hollywood couple. Seems perfect, but when there's conflict, divorce, breakup, you introduce a little conflict to the Philadelphia Eagles, they will break down, they will collapse, they will divide on themselves, and then the paparazzi, a.k.a. the Eagles fans, will be able to stoke that fire even more. Translation, the Packers come out, start fast, have a little bit of finger pointing on the Kelly Green sideline.
How about a little Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb 2.0?
That's what it is, Ben Bruss.
And you know A.J. Brown and
Jalen.
Jalen.
The Packers can win.
They can do that snap and get mad real quick.
Just like that.
They weren't talking for or I don't know if they weren't talking, but the reports were they had some issues during the season, this season as well. And so I would love for the real husbands or the real housewives of Philadelphia to come out on Sunday at Lincoln Financial Field and have Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, and Saquon Barkley be the stars of that show.
Get the tabloids ready, boys. Get the tabloids ready, because this is a couple. This is a situation that is prime for eruption.
But the Packers need to do something about it, right? An early turnover.
Yes.
Like, if they do the thing where they don't defer and take the ball, if they win the toss, they have to score a touchdown. And if they get an early stop, a 3-and-out, they're going to be like, oh, is Jalen okay to be playing? He didn't look sharp. A.J. Brown wasn't targeted. And then they go try and force feed, and then it doesn't work, and then they're arguing. I like this, Bradley.
Yeah, it's part of the recipe for the Packers to win. I'm telling you, this Eagles team will divide on itself. And then the fans, you're going to hear the boo birds out there in Philadelphia. If there's a way for the Packers to win, which we're going to get more into next, this has got to be part of the formula. Is a quick start, and you get the Philadelphia Eagles starting to fight amongst one another. We saw it last year in Dallas. We see it in Philadelphia. They will be prime for an upset, just like how those Hollywood couples split up. Seemingly perfect.
Vi, Packers, Vi! I love that guy's laugh. And that was them getting off the plane in Brazil, right? 800-990-3776. It's time for your blueprint to the Packers' victory. How do the Packers win? And I want two simple answers to the question. If they win, who is your MVP for the Packers and who is your unsung hero for the Packers? If the Packers win, your blueprint, who is the MVP of the game for the Packers? Who is the unsung hero for the Packers? 800-990-3776. You tell us, we'll tell you. We'll all come together and sing Kumbaya. In 2 minutes, it's Kyle Bruston-Nortman. Don't go anywhere.
You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. Jim Rutledge here. What is a better buying experience? Well, that's the thing. You get to define it. It is the experience that is customized to you. What experience do you want at a car dealership? They can be your trusted friend or your trusted expert. So if you're in the market for a new or new-to-you Silverado, Colorado, Blazer, Trailblazer, remember, you're only minutes away from a better buying experience. And that's at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
this is Derek Engler. You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center update brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out at 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. And the Packers looking to start their run to a new ring at New Orleans as they're looking to head to the Super Bowl, starting with this Sunday's matchup against the number 2 seed Philadelphia Eagles. Packers, last team in the NFC playoff field, taking on the Eagles as 5.5-point underdogs out in Philadelphia. Packers got a big hill to climb. Make sure to tune in to Green Bay Game Day, getting you kicked off and getting you ready for all your Packers coverage on Sunday. That'll air live noon to 2 here on 100.5 ESPN. And then Knicks Bucks will kick in starting at 2 p.m. And then Green Bay Game Night will pick back up after the conclusion of Sunday's wild card game. Also stay tuned here for the second hour of KBN. And then the first hour of Jim, Matt, and Molly as we also get you prepared for the Green Bay Packers versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Jim, Matt, and Molly go until 5:30 tonight as the Bucks also playing tonight. They're heading on the road to face the Magic out in Orlando. Bucks 3.5-point favorites. So it's a 2-game road trip for Milwaukee. Second hour of KBN
Metro
right now.
Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studios in Madison, this is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN. Sponsored by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL. On ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Madison on YouTube, and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Man, I did not see myself picking my MVP and unsung hero if the Packers win of who I picked. But I kind of love them, and I'm curious to see who you guys have. If the Packers win, who is the MVP of the game and who is the unsung hero? 800-990-3776. Let's quickly go through ours so we can get to KBN Nation because there's some good responses already. Bradley, Packers win, MVP.
MVP has to be Edgerrin Cooper. If Saquon Barkley goes off, rushing, receiving, does whatever he wants, then we're going to have a problem. The quickest antidote for Saquon Barkley is Edgerrin Cooper. Tackle for losses, guarding him up, being right on his hip in pass routes. If Edgerrin Cooper can step up and be the linebacker he has been lately, that is step number 1 in stopping Saquon Barkley.
Unsung hero.
Bo Melton.
Oh!
Bo Melton, unsung hero. Christian Watson out. Bo Melton stepping up. Take the top off the defense. I see not 1, I see 2 long passes from Jordan Love to Bo Melton for, 80 yards and a tutty. That's your unsung hero. Bo Melton stepping up when he needs it.
MVP if the Packers win. Unsung hero if the Packers win. Kyle Wallace, your MVP.
The MVP is going to have to be our boy Jordan Love. This is his time to show that he is earning that $55 million a year contract. He needs to go out there and look like the best football player on the field in order for the Green Bay Packers to win on Sunday. So when it comes to who's going to be the MVP on Sunday, if the Packers win, it has to be Jordan Love. Now, unsung hero is, Brad, you had a good one, but the unsung hero has to be the position that we're most concerned about. What is the position we're most concerned about going into Sunday?
Pass rush?
Wide receiver?
Quarterback?
Oh
gosh,
wide receiver?
Corner. We're concerned about cornerback, aren't we not? We're talking about the fact we can't stop A.J. Brown. We can't stop Devonta Smith. And so for me, the unsung hero will have to be my boy who loves to talk trash and make plays, CV, Carrington Valentine. If Carrington Valentine steps up and has a big day, that means the Green Bay Packers did a good job in pass defense. That means the Green Bay Packers slowed down Jalen Hurts. That means the Green Bay Packers slowed down A.J. Brown. That means the Green Bay Packers are heading to Detroit to take on the Lions.
Wow, wow, wow. My MVP if the Packers win. Edgerrin Cooper.
Love it, Ben.
My unsung hero if the Packers win. Carrington Valentine.
We're not so different, you and I.
I just found mine shocking that I went double defense.
Interesting.
Because I think what I'm telling myself and the way I see the Packers' path to victory is stopping Saquon key. I want Jalen Hurts with all that time to be the guy to beat you. Need Cooper to be disruptive. And on the back end, we all know with Jair out, A.J. Brown is a legitimate number one wide receiver.
Legitimate. He's
legitimate.
solidified.
Yes.
He is a
guy.
boss.
And Carrington has played pretty well. And not like, again, we haven't seen him have a challenge like this. We don't know how much man they're going to play, how much he's going to be around him. But if he can limit that boom play in which A.J. Brown did have on Jair for that big catch, intermediate catch that A.J. Brown took off running with, they can limit those. And what goes with mine as well is knowing that I don't know if one of those two are going to get a turnover, but my mind is on defensive turnovers and the offense capitalizing on those turnovers.
Can we just talk about how important Edgerrin Cooper has become for this football team?
Oh.
We're talking about 2 out of the 3 of us, and I mean, y'all, I talked about Edgerrin Cooper a couple days ago. The level of importance that he has in this football game, we legitimately believe a guy who is just discovering himself and figuring out the NFL is the key to victory for the Packers. I'm telling you, I can't wait to hear what KBN Nation has to say.
800-990-3776. If the Packers win, who's your MVP and unsung hero? Beads in Milwaukee, we'll start with you on the Carbless Talk and text line.
Gentlemen, Bumblebee Tuna.
Bumblebee Tuna.
Let's see here. Unsung hero will go at first. Evan Williams, assuming that he does play. You told me Vicky Valancourt, because I honestly think it's going to be won on a field goal by McManus now that we actually have the kicker. And MVP, we have to go with Jacobs. He's going to do what he does, and he's going to open up the play action.
Okay. In a way, he's the MVP with getting the yards on the ground and opening things up for Jordan Love and co.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Evan Williams, man, all these young players we're talking about today.
So as we go to YouTube as well, right away, Love MVP, Cooper unsung hero. Can Cooper be an unsung hero at this point?
He seems too known to be an unsung
Disruptor
hero.
E.
Yeah.
He's too much of a disruptor.
Cooper always felt like a guy that was on the other team. I'm not going to lie. Like, the Packers haven't had a guy like that in so long. Cooper is the kind of guy that I feel like the Packers would play against and be like, can the Packers get a guy like that who can just flash and make plays? Pretty cool to have him on your team.
Jimmy chimes in right after Love and Cooper and puts Cooper as the MVP if the Packers win, and Romeo Dobbs as the unsung hero.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see about that one. You know which one I love? I love our boy TC, because when I think about it, another one that needs to be some type of, MVP of this game.
I mean, you could probably put him in, if he's in one of these categories, it's a win for the Green Bay Packers.
It's a good day because he likes to eat late.
Because you're talking about Rashawn Gary?
I'm talking about Rashawn Gary. If Rashawn Gary get 3 sacks, that means the Green Bay Packers have won that football game. That's a tall tale time.
Craig in Burlington, 800-990-3776. If the Packers win, who is your MVP and who is the unsung hero of the game?
Hi, afternoon, gentlemen. To me, the unsung hero's got to be Sean Ryan. He's got to block those big boys from Philly up front.
I love it. I love it.
Like that.
Who's your other
and the MVP, in my opinion, I know it seems common, but Jordan Love has got to get us off to a better start. Every game we've lost, we've gotten down early big. For 3 quarters, we haven't scored. We just can't get in that big of a hole. We need Phillies fans to get the boo birds out early and turn that energy back towards our way.
Craig, love your optimism. Appreciate the call.
I like guys who talk trenches.
Trenches guy.
The fat boys getting some love today because fat boys need love too. I love that.
Over to the KBN Sports Desk with our guy, Alex Strofe.
I've got good news, fellas.
Hey.
Friday's injury report is out. 2 names not on it. Quarterback Jordan Love. Quarterback
Malik Willis,
Okay.
no longer on the injury report. J. Love, good to go. We all knew that. Matt LaFleur, he almost tricked us.
Yeah,
he actually did trick Kyle because Kyle couldn't see his smile when we heard the audio on the radio.
That was heated, boy.
K-Walk chimes in. Kenny Clark, unsung hero. 2 sacks, 1 for a turnover, which would be double the amount of sacks that he has on the year. Love MVP. Let's bleeping go. Can't wait. Can't wait. Chris in Muskego, 800-990-3776 on the Carbless Talk and Text line. List is more your MVP and unsung hero if the Green Bay Packers are to get it done.
I'd say the MVP is going to have to go to the front five on the offensive line for taking care of one of the best defensive lines in the league.
Love that.
And I'd have to say I'm going to have to say my unsung hero is going to be Slayton, being able to stop the run, being plugging up that middle because the boy's been coming on.
He has
Chris. You play in the trenches in high school or college?
Nope, linebacker.
Still a physical guy. Still a military physical guy. We appreciate your service. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm getting juiced up, baby.
Jacob,
I'm getting juiced up,
800-990-3776. MVP, Romeo Dobbs. Unsung hero, Devontae Wyatt.
I like it. I like the fact that we're showing a lot of love to a lot of different people. We're putting our hope and our faith in people that we've seen pop before. We've seen Devontae Wyatt pop earlier this year. Matter of fact, against the Philadelphia Eagles. We also have seen Romeo Dobbs last year in the Super Wild Card Week, or now just Wild Card Week, have a heck of a game against the Dallas Cowboys. I'm loving it.
Oh, Canada. Ricardo in Canada, who is your MVP and who is your unsung hero if the Green Bay Packers are to get it done?
What's up, boys? I'm just here with the little one, my daughter. We're talking Green Bay Packers.
Hey!
Of course, the MVP. Of course, the MVP has to be Mr. Jordan Love, Mr. Newlywed, Mr. $55 million a year, 3 tutties, 275, and just control the game, no mistakes. An unsung hero is Mr. 58 McDuffie. He's going to be the one to shut the run down up the middle. It's going to be him and Wilson. They're going to be the unsung heroes that do the small things that will lead us to victory. Let's go, boys.
I think you need to add in the home and native land, though. It's so good.
I love that. And the daughter was ready. You hear
I
that?
know.
Dude,
Boys? My favorite part
radio ready
about Ricardo is I think he called yesterday and he said 275, 2 tutties. And then today, 275, 3 tutties for Jordan Love.
Keep building it up, baby. Keep building it up.
If my math is correct, that means by Sunday, Ricardo will say 275, 5 tutties.
5 tutties. Jake chimes in 800-990-3776. Jacob's unsung hero. Again, I feel like we have him probably too much of a difference maker for unsung hero. But Rashawn Gary. Oh, I'm sorry, Jacob. I can't read. Record scratch.
That's all right. Reading is tough.
Jake chimes in MVP Jacob's unsung hero Rashawn Gary. Put some cheese on that thing.
I like that.
Man, see, this is the positive vibes that I want, man. We're going through the roster. We're talking good vibes. We're talking about guys making plays.
How
this is what I
about
love.
Mr. Irrelevant, Alex Strofe, your MVP and your unsung hero? We're still taking yours at 800-990-3776.
Defense has got to play really well on Sunday if we're going to win this game. So I'm not giving it to a player. My MVP, Jeff Hafley, has to come up with a big game plan to slow down Saquon and Jalen Hurts on Sunday.
Classic Strofe, listens to everyone answers, then gets creative.
No, but with that creativity yesterday, as I was moving around, maybe I was daydreaming. I've been staying up late, or maybe I was dreaming about it.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, I
don't know where this is going.
Yeah, I really having insomnia. But I was thinking, I was in the shower, but I was thinking, man.
He was somewhere.
Wow. I feel like Jeff Hafley has a little trick up his sleeve.
I think so too, Kyle.
There's something about Jeff Hafley that I think he's a very good defensive coordinator. If he continues on the way we're going, because our defense has improved, Jeff Hafley's going to get a chance to be a head coach in the NFL. I feel like he just got some little wrinkle he's ready to unleash on Sunday. Just something there.
I totally agree, and I hope we are right, for God's sake, man.
Well, I can't wait to jump up and down on Sunday.
I know I've been hard on the defense, particularly about not getting the stop when they need. The one thing I will say is Jeff Hafley's creativity is on display. And the other thing is, boy, they play hard for him. They fly around. They hit hard. That is a Packer defense intensity that I haven't seen in 5 years.
Yep.
I want to know what y'all think about this one. There's no unsung hero here, but Derek, 800-990-3776 on the Carbless Talking text line says McManus will be the MVP.
Boy, listen, if he hit a game-winning field goal.
What if they score 18 points and it's all field goals?
I don't feel good about that. I'm saying if they win, yes, but I don't feel like I want to say that if they score 18 points on 6 field goals that it's going to be going well.
Yeah, I'm not sure the Packers can win in an ugly, low-scoring game.
I also don't know the last time
Sure, I know.
the Packers have attempted 6 field goals in a game.
Well,
Yeah, that's true, too.
5 for that.
They'd probably go for it on 4th down, one of those opportunities. You're right.
Maybe he just is like, a 55 or 60 yard
a game
half.
winner.
Yeah, I don't even want a game winner. I don't even want that type of pressure. I don't want that type of tenseness. I don't want that.
Tim on the Carbless Talking text line. Jacobs is the MVP. We have to run to win, and the unsung hero will be a name we haven't heard. Brenton Cox.
Oh, wow. That is a name we haven't heard.
Though, that's another thing. Unfortunately, he pops just as much as Kenny Clark does this year.
It's true.
That's crazy.
And significantly less snaps. Remember Preston Smith?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's who, I'm saying he replaced Preston Smith, basically.
Yes, I remember Preston Smith. He was on the team since 2019. Keep him coming, 800-990-3776. Time now to hear from Bradley Nortman to tell you how to get well in this time of year.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It is 2025, a new year. That means a new you. And you can find that new you physically with Quintessa Aesthetic Center. That's right, Quintessa Aesthetic Center. I go to the one in Brookfield. I work with Jess. She is awesome. They've got me on all these great supplements. I've never felt better. When it comes to total wellness, they can help you reach that optimum level, not just some low standard, but your optimum self. You won't know how good you feel until you start working with Quintessa. They're going to help you feel energized, confident, and ready to take on everything 2025 has to offer. And now, between right now and March 31st, Quintessa offering special New Year packages to kickstart your year in the right way. They're going to go in for a free consultation, so you might as well call. You might as well see how Quintessa can help you for your one-on-one with them, because they're going to help you set up a personalized wellness plan. And they can use so much in their toolkit to make sure you are exactly who you want to be in this year of 2025. It could be utilizing supplements like I am, infrared sauna, skincare, IV therapy, hormone therapy, so many different things to utilize and make you feel and look your absolute best. Invest in yourself. That's what it's all about. You only get one body. You got to take care of it. Quintessa is simple, effective, and tailored directly to you. So if you want to take that first step today, call Quintessa, visit myquintessa.com, tell them KBN sent you, because you are going to feel confident, revitalized, and you're going to say, gosh, I'm glad I took up Brad's advice to go to Quintessa and discover your new you.
You can also help others. You can help yourself, like Brad said, and you can help others with the effects that have been seen out in California. If you are able, please help the people affected by the California wildfires in 2025. Donate at redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross responders and help people recover. That's redcross.org/ESPN. Loved the vibes right there. Best vibes we've had all week for the Green Bay Packers. We will continue on and head towards positivity 414 hour at 4 next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
Women ask you, do you love me? Why do you love me?
Wait, why am I always the one doing that? Tell me why you love me, baby. I need you to make me feel better.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
From ESPN Podcast and Omaha Productions.
Ready? Here we go.
Coach, the new groundbreaking educational football podcast hosted by NFL legends Bill Belichick, Matt Patricia, and Michael Lombardi. In each episode, the coaches break down game-changing situations and front office management tactics, sharing insights from decades of coaching experience and opening up the Bill Belichick Encyclopedia of Football Knowledge. Created by football legends for football fans. New episodes of Coach drop weekly. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Outside in. That's what we call our Siding Unlimited showroom at 2018 South Stoughton Road. All the stuff defending the outside of your home against Wisconsin's weather displayed inside. Many siding options and colors, plus full display of Pella windows and patio doors, and roofing too. Wisconsin's own Siding Unlimited, 4-time National Pella Platinum Premier Contractor of the Year, and proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, awaits you inside our showroom at 2018 South Stoughton Road. SidingUnlimited.com.
Hi, this is Lee.
inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Purchase your tickets, grab some friends, and get to the Sylvie on Monday, February 24th for Andy North Trivia Night, presented by Exact Sciences. Enjoy a fun and inspiring evening of trivia, music, food, and refreshments while helping to raise money for UW Carbone Cancer Center. This fun and inspiring event is hosted by Andy North, and in addition to the trivia, the lineup includes a silent auction, celebrity appearances, and prizes. Doors open at 6 p.m. Visit AndyNorthandFriends.com to buy your tickets. Past year's events have sold out quickly, so get your tickets today.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on Twitter for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
This is Kyle Brust-Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide.
Before we get to Mark Tauscher, the Packers toad, you see what's over my right shoulder, Strofe, your left side?
I do. NFL Live talking about the Packers-Eagles game. Eagles have a 51% chance to win, which means the Packers have a 49% chance to win.
Before that, something very intriguing came up because I saw it in YouTube comments. Maybe a couple texters hit it at 800-990-3776 at the Carbless Talking text line. The focal matchup that they were talking about in the interior. You didn't see it, Strofe. Brad, you saw it. I think Kyle heard me. What is the matchup on the interior that ESPN NFL Live was just focusing on? Yeah, give us a guess.
On the interior, I would guess Eagles offensive line versus Packers defensive line.
What?
It's
absolutely backwards.
Oh, Packers offensive line versus Eagles defensive line?
Specifically, Elton Jenkins versus Jalen Carter.
Oh,
guard
sure.
DT.
Sure.
Maybe Josh Myers, a little bit of help there. But that is something that none of us. I mean, we did have Trench's Muskego guy call in and say the Packers
Muskego guy.
He said we got to look at that Packers offensive line to be the MVP for Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs and stopping that front four of the Philadelphia Eagles. But that is, I might need so I was told a story one time,
Cool.
and this is in same conversation of Mark Tauscher, who we have some audio from. Greg Scalzo, who joins us I have a couple thoughts going on.
What's going on right now?
Bi-weekly.
You took that dang sweater off.
Bi-weekly on the Outlook calendar means every other week. Mm-hmm. But bi-weekly in definition would mean twice a week.
No, bi-weekly means both, just like bi-monthly. It's either twice a month or every other.
Does it?
Yeah.
Or by definition, is it
meaning.
wrong?
Double meaning.
Okay, double meaning.
But
Glad I
twice
cleared
a
that
week?
up. So bi-weekly, Greg Scalzo will join us on Thursday.
Just say every other week.
Greg Scalzo and Mark Tauscher were at a Super Bowl together.
Cool.
And Greg talked about how Tausch watches football. And again, as we all watch football and dissect it differently, Brad, I'm sure this will resonate with you. What did Tausch watch?
The O-line, the trenches.
The trenches.
Of course.
You don't watch anything except who's winning battles. And if you want to watch the game a little bit differently, we've talked a lot about the Philadelphia Eagles defense, the front four, especially against the Packers offensive line. Jalen Carter, wherever he's lined up. Amazon on Thursdays has that circle. Sometimes you see Monday Night Countdown, highlight a guy. Use your eyes, find 98, and see where he's lined up and see how disruptive he is getting to the quarterback and running backs.
Yeah, with all the flash and pomp that is the skill position of both sides, really, Packers and Eagles, the trenches will probably decide where this game is going to go because that D-line, maybe the best D-line in all the NFL, it doesn't just stop there. That linebacking core, I didn't realize Zach Bond, former Wisconsin Badger, first team All-Pro.
Yeah,
I knew he was doing well.
He had a year.
That is unbelievable.
They probably got him for the cheap.
Oh, yeah.
And he
I think he's on his rookie deal, like a third-round draft pick, maybe?
No, he started with the Saints.
Oh, he did.
His career hasn't gone woof. This year it took off. But you know why the D-line is something we should be concerned about? In every 5 of the 6 Packers losses, we can't forget the Chicago Bears one. What has been
we have for today. Just out of the 5 Packers losses.
Out of 5 Packers losses, what is something that has stood out in those games?
The pressure on Jordan Love in the first half.
The pressure on Jordan Love in the first half. And now you're going up against a Philadelphia Eagles defense that is significantly better than what they were week 1. That is something we must rectify. We cannot allow for Jordan Love to be seeing ghosts like he was a couple weeks ago against the Minnesota Vikings. We have to protect Jordan Love. So that's on the offensive line, and that's on Matt LaFleur to make sure we are doing the best we can to give him time. He already does a magnificent job of evading the pressure and finding ways not to take sacks, but we need to allow for him to have some time to make great plays.
Mark Tauscher, who I just talked about, on Wilde and Tausch, is very optimistic about the Packers' chances if they beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Listen in earlier today across ESPN Wisconsin.
Here's what I'm going to say. Oh, boy. Whoever wins this weekend is going to the Super Bowl. I have been very adamant Green Bay's beating Detroit if they get an opportunity. If they can beat Philly. I don't know if they can. I think Detroit still has issues. It will be a big task, but I can assure you Green Bay is chomping to get another look at the Detroit Lions. I assure you of that. And I think you'll feel more confident going into that game if you're able to beat Philly. Detroit will be, they'll be rested, and they're going to be all fired up, and I am not poo-pooing. I love Green Bay. If they can find a way to have to get to Detroit, if they can find a way this weekend, Katie bar the door.
All right, boys, now let's go out there and take the field because that is what that sounded like, was a halftime pregame speech. Mark Tauscher just getting the boys all juiced up because that's all that is. That is hey, go out there, feel good, play good, and darn it, give it your best shot. I love Mark Tauscher. Brilliant mind. But boy, oh boy, how can we just let the Detroit Lions and Minnesota Vikings be disrespected like that?
Here comes NFC North Brad.
I just don't even see it. I mean, Skull Vikings and the pride out there, we still got to respect them. So whoever wins this game, it's a good shot. I think the harder task is winning at Detroit.
Bro, you just took it a little bit too far. You didn't need to say their monikers and what they go by.
You could. See, you leaned into your fandom of everyone but the Packers.
Bear down? Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, bro. It's disgusting. We don't want that type
All
of
right,
juju
no more of that on this.
My chest hurts thinking about that. And listen, y'all call me a Packers toad. I love the Green Bay Packers. And I love where, Mark Tauscher's head is at in his fandom and love for the Green Bay Packers. But I think this is a little bit too far. We're saying this is the NFC Championship game. We're just gonna skip over the next 2 weeks.
Divisional and NFC.
I mean, the Packers it's a 2 seed versus 7 seed. They a 1 seed. They
win one game. They automatically win the next 2.
Oh my gosh! I would love for that to be the case.
They gotta kick some ass.
I hope. But the path to the Super Bowl ain't easy. And after you get beat up this week, you're going to have to get beat up again next week. And then you got to go another one. If
you just mean physically.
Yeah, physically. Like, it's a lot. So I like Mark, but, he's
Mark.
He's a
I
little,
think
I
Kyle's
like
onto
Mark.
something.
Kyle's on to something.
he's a little overexcited. A little hyped up right now.
If that's the case for old T, you might as well place a future on the Green Bay Packers to win the NFC Championship. Plus 2,200 to win the Super Bowl at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. And Market Strofe, Ben Brust, 0-1 in best bets on Kyle Brust and Nortman as last night. The Ohio State Buckeyes were up 8 and pooped their
Lost
pants.
by 2.
I was glad they lost outright after blowing it. But Potawatomi Casino Hotel is where I was on Wednesday. Enjoyed the great food to go from the kitchen, a full bar, seating for over 200. The most impressive thing is that 2,000 square foot video wall. So if you're looking for a place to enjoy all the games all weekend, there is no better place than Potawatomi Casino Hotel. They have 20-minute reserved parking spaces. If you need to get in and out, you could use your rewards card at most self-service kiosks to have a bet and earn reward points along the way. Hello. Bet above the rest and build your bets at paysbig.com/sportsbook. Green Bay props and preview. We're getting closer to Positivity Hour. Don't go anywhere. It's Kyle Brust and Nortman.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Caleb Williams sucks.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
There's a good chance if you watch sports, you're getting served information about hormone optimization. What does that even mean? Dr. Nestor Rodriguez at Carbon World Health can tell you exactly what hormone optimization means. He will take your blood work and let you know if it's right for you. If you're feeling sluggish, not losing weight like you used to, you're not gaining muscle like you used to, or you just don't feel like yourself in most aspects of your life, go see Dr. Nestor Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. In fact, sign up for the 6-week experience so you can see everything that Carbon World Health has to offer, including hormone optimization. Learn more at carbonworldhealth.com.
UW Credit Union presents the Prep Mania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Hi, this is Dennis Semrau from Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania here on 100.5 ESPN. We're very excited to partner with UW Credit Union to help bring you even closer to the stories of great young student athletes. Each week, as part of this season of Prep Mania, will feature the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. UW Credit Union is proud to support local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. And just like the fantastic student athletes we'll be telling you about all season, UW Credit Union's online banking also goes above and beyond with top-rated service and security that exceeds industry standards. UW Credit Union is here for you, presenting the Prep Mania Student Athlete of the Week. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Metro Kia of Madison is Madison's trusted Kia dealership, and they are home to the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service your vehicle, Metro Kia of Madison is the place to go. As always, at Metro Kia of Madison, you can enjoy 2 years of no-charge maintenance on any new vehicle. Browse their inventory and find this month's special at metrokiaofmadison.com. That's metrokiaofmadison.com. Find your new vehicle at your trusted Kia dealership today.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Listen to Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin on 100.5 ESPN.
Matt LaFleur, I would really love to see him level out and be more even-keeled. Every time the camera pans over, it looks like somebody stole his dog. I don't know what else to tell you.
Wilde and Tausch, weekdays 9 to noon on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by Grassland Dairy, Home and Lindsay Paints, Coors Light, Made to Chill, and American Family Insurance.
Here's to a Wisconsin winter you will always remember. To playing outdoors in a winter wonderland. Here's to cozying up around the fire and holding someone close. And to staying downtown, where the food scene makes your heart sing. And to celebrating moments frozen in time. Here's to those who Wisconsin. Plan your winter getaway at travelwisconsin.com. Sponsored by Travel Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Getting you ready for the Green Bay Packers, Philadelphia Eagles. 3:25 on Sunday. Make sure you tune into the Green Bay Game Day pregame show starting at noon with Alex Strofe El Strofe. Sunday Karma 10 to noon. Are you part of that too?
Is he? I don't know.
I don't know what the hell's going on with that show from 10 to noon.
Me either, man.
Your boy Craig is throwing in the towel.
Throwing in the towel. He ain't throwing in the towel. He's throwing in chaos. That's what he's doing, chaos.
That's what he likes to do. And that's what the Packers need to do to the Philadelphia Eagles. And in order to do that, we'll give a little preview on our end here over to the KBN Sports Desk. What the hell is going on back there?
Just talked to our good friend, longtime listener, first-time caller, Sherry from Milwaukee, and she said, Strophe, I never call. I always listen when I'm having a crappy day. I love you guys. But I got to correct you. I said, what did we do? She said, you guys were way wrong on biweekly and biannual. I said, are we?
Oh, wow.
Were you wrong?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm right.
So she said, biannually means it happens every other year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Semi-annually means it happens twice a year. And I said, but does that apply to weekly, Sherry? And Sherry said, well, Alex, listen to me for a second. You gotta slow down, okay? I said, okay, Sherry, I'm slowing down. And she said, semi-weekly means it happens twice a week. Bi-weekly means it happens every other week. So your initial thought on Greg Scalzo was correct. But bi-weekly is not twice a week. It is every other week. Semi-weekly is twice a week.
So there's a whole other word we need to throw in there.
According to Sherry in Milwaukee. I think she's a reliable source.
She told you to slow your ass down, which means she knows how to reach you.
So we have Greg Scalzo.
I told her I loved her.
We have Scalzo bi-weekly.
Hey, you just picked up your girlfriend from the airport. Take it easy with the L word.
Scalzo bi-weekly and Jason Will the semi-weekly?
Yes.
Is that using it the
correct?
Great job. Yes.
Wow.
Brian Bulaga also semi-weekly.
Wow.
Mondays and Thursdays, 4:45.
I'll just say
Gary
twice.
Ellerson.
Gary biannually?
Whenever.
Do we have Gary today?
He has not responded to my text from 3 hours.
Hey, listen, KBN Nation, tweet at Gary Ellerson. Tell him join us at 4:45.
He responds to every tweet.
I ain't begging nothing for GE. He either wants to be here or he can continue.
Let's do it this way. KBN Nation, if you would like to hear Gary Ellerson at 4:45, tweet him because he's on Twitter 24/7. Him and Homer, match made in heaven.
Yes. All they do is just sit on their phone like old men, be like, hey, look at all these random people that are giving me attention.
I bet you GE's algorithm is interested.
Here's an idea. Why don't you give me half the money you were going to bet? Then we'll go out back, I'll kick you in the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
Gather round, fans. It's time for the GBPP. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman are here to tell you how they plan to lose their money this weekend. This is the Green Bay Props and Preview.
It's time for Green Bay Props and Preview. It's Packers-Eagles, Sunday, 3:30 Central kick at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Who is the best football player in this game?
Great question.
What's your answer?
Saquon Barkley.
That would be the answer I'm looking for. 118.5 all-purpose yards is the line for Saquon Barkley, likely to receive some MVP votes. 118.5.
I'm going to go over because it hurts. Like, they're going to feed him the rock. They have to. And this is all-purpose. Because I still have a little bit of PTSD of that wheel route in week one.
So he's only at 14.5 receiving yards.
Yeah, he only had 2 catches, but they were both for touchdowns last week. They definitely are
Last time?
Last time yes, week 17. Week 17. He did not play week 18. But yes, point still stands. I really do think, I'm not saying he's going to blow it out of the water, but if I'm going to lose money betting on Saquon, it's not going to be saying that the Packers defense in the playoff spot is going to be the ones.
Yeah, that's fair. Kyle, 118.5.
Yeah, I'm going to go lower. I'm going to go lower on this one. I think the Green Bay Packers defense, the run defense has been, they say, good this year. I mean,
7th in the league.
Yeah, I mean, they've gone against good running backs and slowed them down. So I'm actually going to go lower on this one with the Green Bay Packers to slow down Saquon Barkley.
Oh, we've got a tie. Who's going to break it? Brad Nortman is.
I am going to go with the over. I just do not see a game plan with a rusty Jalen Hurts where they are not featuring Saquon early and often. Even if the Packers are successful at slowing him down, I think he is a workhorse. He's going to have 20, 25 carries, try to get him easy, receptions out of the backfield. 118.5. I like that over.
All right, it is the Jordan Love portion of Green Bay props.
224.5.
Great guess, 221.5.
Went down. I was at Pato. It was 224 at the weekly wager.
I'm looking at it right now at 221.5.
Wow.
Could depend on the book you're looking at, too.
Well, I was at Pato and looking at Pato's sportsbook.
I'm looking at Sleeper. Use code Brad at sign up.
Nice.
221.5.
In order for them to win, I'm just going to say over.
Okay.
In order for them to win, Jordan Love needs to throw for more than 221.
Yeah, I'm going over. I'm definitely going over here. Jordan Love has to have a day. He has to have a game. We need to win on the arm of Jordan Love, so over.
Yeah, either he's going to be great and he's going to get it and the Packers are going to coast on to victory, maybe not coast, or they're going to be down and the Packers are going to have to throw early and often. So I don't see a scenario where this doesn't happen.
32 flat is the passing attempts prop. 32.0 passing attempts for Jordan Love. That's a good number.
He's been well under many of these games this season.
And they're good, though. So they're good. So they know something we don't know.
Well, the 32 attempts would lead me way over that 221. Even if he's 22 of 32, he's had games this year, and even in games he hasn't been great, where he's completed 16, 17 passes and gone for that 220 number we're talking about. And it was like 16 of 21 or 17 of 24. So if he gets 32 attempts on this over-under here,
Jordan Love has not attempted more than 32 passes in a game since November 3rd's loss to the Detroit Lions at Lambeau
that's
Field.
my point. It just seems a little odd based off the amount of yards that we were presented earlier.
He had 30 in the loss to Minnesota back on December 29th.
It does, and those are the two highest for the season, is 32.
No, so he had 34 against the Eagles in the opener, 54 in the Vikings in the game he returned, where he threw 4 touchdowns and 3 interceptions in that game. 32 against Arizona, 33 against Houston, 39 against Detroit in the loss in November.
That's the thing, though. When they play outside of the Houston and I forget the other one, when
Arizona.
they play these good teams, Arizona, when they play these good teams, you need to throw the ball. You need to score some points. So I think I'm going to go with the over. It won't be much over. I don't think he's hitting 50, but I could see 35 attempts.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go lower than that just because the Green Bay Packers, as Strofe just talked about, it's not something that he does. And in that game, the Green Bay Packers took an L. So I'm going to go lower than that. And if it is over, I hope it is a barn burner. It's an exciting one, and the Packers come home with the victory.
No Christian Watson in this game, which means the deep threat is probably Bo Melton or Jaden Reed. 36.5 yards for Jordan Love's longest completion.
When's the last?
I don't.
What's it like? You guys answer this. I'm just genuinely curious. I'm pulling up Jordan Love's game log because they definitely put like his long per game.
I know I said Bo Melton as unsung hero earlier in the program. Gosh, I mean, talking about 34 passing, like one attempt. He's going to have a hard time finding that much time, right, to be able to actually not have the pressure from Philadelphia get to him. And they're just so good on the top end. He's going to have a hard time getting that big of a passing attempt. So I'm going to go with the under on that one.
So Jordan Love has done this a couple of times, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I mean, he's done it
9 times.
9 times.
Longer than 30, what did I say it was?
36.5.
I
would probably take the over here. And again, this goes with the fact that They're going to need big plays. They are going to need big plays.
And that's where I'm getting at with that one. I can just see them having some big play, whether it's at the end of the half or whether or not early on they try to take some type of shot. I do think it's
God forbid it doesn't go our way and he's doing the thing where they're throwing a lot because they're down.
That I hope not.
I hope not. I'm just saying if you're betting this line, then I'd.
So I'm going over. I'm optimistic for the Green Bay Packers on Sunday. Can you tell?
I love that you have to keep telling us. Last one, Strophy.
A.J. Brown of the Eagles, 79.5 receiving yards is his prop. 79.5. He was on the injury report, full participant today. He will play despite, I believe it's a knee injury for him. But just a reminder, he had 119 yards against the Packers in the opener, along with a touchdown. 79.5 receiving yards for A.J. Brown, the top target on Philly.
All right, I'll pose a question to y'all here as I pull up the box score. He only had 5 receptions in week 1, and the long of that one reception against Jair, catching it and running, 67-yard long. So they had him in the clamps outside of one pass.
Yep.
Yeah, Jair.
Who is not playing on Sunday.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That was a Jair effect. And I do think he gets more than that because they're going to try to target him a lot. He's probably going to have 6-7 catches in this game. So I can see him definitely getting over 79.
You know what Hafley tries to do? It seems to me like he tries to take away the main pass-catching option, whether it be Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra St. Brown. It seems like when they play the top teams, he will let the second and third wide receivers kill you, which they did, but not the first option. So I think he's going to work hard to take away A.J. Brown and say Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, whoever else, you guys should go try to beat us. I'm going to go with under on that one for A.J. Brown.
And that is what we have here for Green Bay props and preview. We're heading closer to the 4-on-4 hour at 4 positivity only. So you have 15 more minutes, Packer fans, if you want to get any negative thoughts off your chest and move on from all the bad things and focus on from 4 o'clock until 3:25 Sunday. Feeling good, we will help you do that. And also what helps me feel good is knowing that my home is going to have windows and doors installed by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin because I had Gina herself in the flesh, and that's important because you have a chance to meet her in the flesh as well. She came to my house with Joe Franco. The team went through how my home was going to be more efficient with energy, no draft, help my home from a long-term value, and whenever as a starter home we look to move on and get something bigger. They're the best. The warranties are amazing. I mean, God forbid, or God willing, rather, not God willing, get married and have another child. It might be outgrowing this, and someone's going to inherit those wonderful windows, and it's going to help my home. So, Brad, tell them where you can meet Gina, because if you haven't met Gina, she's electric.
You're going to want to meet Gina, and you're going to want to experience the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin for yourself. Ben and I did that in the showroom. It was a transformative experience. But you can do that at the Milwaukee Builders Association Hope Show at State Fair Park this weekend. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at State Fair Park, Milwaukee Builders Association Hope Show, and you're going to be able to experience the Pella Windows and Doors for yourself. Not only that, Gina herself, that's right, red alert, red flags, that Gina Della from Pella is going to be there 3 o'clock to 4:30 on Saturday. So tell her that KBN sent you. She loves us over there, and she'll be able to meet her for yourself and see what Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin can do for you. Milwaukee Builders Association Hope Show at State Fair Park this weekend. Go check it out for yourself. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
T-minus 12 minutes and 40 seconds for you to get all of your negativity out, because come 4 o'clock, it's positivity only. Stay with us. It's Kyle Bruston Nortman.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
I'm going to quote the great Martin Luther King in this.
Wow.
I'm going to bring up MLK. You know what he said? He said, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. And you know what matters to me? Booing Craig Counsell and booing the Chicago Cubs.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Madison Axe. Enjoy axe throwing, craft beers, bags, shuffleboarding, and more fun at Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Visit MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today. Love Madison Volleyball makes its inaugural debut Friday evening. The pro women's roster includes Olympians, medalists, and former Badger stars. Founding athlete Lauren Carlini on why the Cap City is the place for this team.
They love their volleyball, they love their sports, and so being able to bring a professional team to them, this is something they've earned, right, over the years. For as long as they've been Badger fans and supporting us and seeing that growth and the potential, there's a reason why they chose this market and why Love is here. Really looking forward to feeling that support that we've had now for many years.
Pella can make your home as beautiful on the outside as it is comfortable on the inside. Celebrate the new year with 0% interest for up to 3 years at PellaWI.com.
True Chicago-style pizza is thin, crispy, and cut into squares. And thanks to Connie's Frozen Pizza, you can enjoy a true slice of the city. You'll enjoy it so much you won't even mind where it comes from. Connie's Frozen Pizzas are made from the same cornmeal crust Connie's has been serving for over 60 years. They're perfectly cheesy, perfectly saucy, and they're exactly what you crave. Get to know the true Chicago style with Connie's Frozen Pizza. Born in Chicago, loved by cheeseheads. Available in a freezer aisle near you.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
How good would it feel to start the new year by losing those unwanted pounds? At Madison Weight Loss, our Metabolic Reset program can help you finally lose those pounds without all the stress and frustration of trying to figure it out on your own. The secret is our program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good. Learn how our clients on average lowered their metabolic age by 17 years. Go to MadisonWeightLoss.com now to schedule your free consultation and learn why your metabolism may be sabotaging your goals.
Hi, it's Jesse Nelson. If you're looking to find success achieving a new weight loss goal in 2025, do what I did. Make that call and lose up to a pound a day. A new you in this new year.
Now is the time to end the cycle of weight gain and frustration without packaged food or injections. You could lose 20 to 30 pounds in just 60 days and have the tools to keep it off long term. You can do the program in person or virtually from anywhere you live. Schedule your free consultation now at MadisonWeightLoss.com. That's MadisonWeightLoss.com. Results may vary.
Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. And it is playoff time, now or never. Don't miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. You can now win up to 1,000 times your money on Prize Picks. Prize Picks now offers MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Prize Picks, the best way to win real money this football season. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money. Download the app today. Use code WI. You get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, download the app today and use code WI to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
This is Kyle Brust-Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
776 is the Carbless talk and text line. List is more. Will it be the final grand reveal, or will we do this again next week?
And the week after that, and the week after that.
Yeah.
You've been waiting for it all week. The segment where all the pieces come together. If they get it right, you'll hear about it. If they get it wrong, well, you already know. It's prediction time.
Before Brad Nortman goes, I got to tell you about Madison's favorite health club, and New Berlin is amazing. That's the Princeton Club, with millions of dollars of upgrades and equipment and locker rooms all across all of the clubs. You have the best facility with the best equipment. You never have to think, do I need to go anywhere else? Nope, you're already there. Free childcare with the membership, open 24/7. They have something for everyone, so find your better tomorrow and get the best rate of the year right now. The best rate. Lock it in January. At the Princeton Club for a better tomorrow. Bradley, how do you see this one?
All right, guys. This will not be the final grand reveal of the season. I'll tell you that now.
Brad the Toad.
I described the Philadelphia Eagles as a Hollywood couple, and they are Hollywood indeed. They look perfect, but boy, oh boy, there are cracks under the surface.
Take that, Jennifer Lopez!
The Packers are going to start fast. I mean, they haven't done against good teams all year, but no time like the present to start doing it. Packers are going to start fast. They're going to get up. The problem is the Eagles are going to sneak their way back. The pass rush, which has been an issue all year, still won't show up, so they will be able to make up those points as the game goes on for the Philadelphia Eagles, but it will be the leg.
I was going to say, it's coming down to the kicker.
It will be the leg of Brandon McManus, the new crowned kicker of the Green Bay Packers, who's been nothing but consistent and steady and rock solid all year, will be making a game-winning field goal to win the game. 30-28, your Green Bay Packers onward to Detroit.
How you like them apples, Ben Affleck?
Brad, I love where your mind is at with those Green Bay Packers, and overall, this Green Bay Packer football team is in for a battle. But guess what? Them Philadelphia Eagles fans and that team is in for a battle too. Jordan Love is ready to be unleashed. Matt LaFleur knows exactly what he's doing, and it's time for Love to show everybody exactly who he is. I agree, the defense does get some stops, but like you said, the Eagles going to fight their way back. But overall, the thing that's going to hurt the Philadelphia Eagles is the fact that their quarterback is rusty. The fact that their quarterback is going to take time to adjust to the pressure. The fact that the Green Bay Packers are going to get sacks early on and make it a ball game. And I got my Green Bay Packers getting the 34 points this time to the 27 points from the Eagles.
Take that, Pamela Anderson!
Just calling out all Hollywood breakups is Alex Rove. All right. Since there is 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in negativity, I did submit my prediction.
Don't do it.
I hope I'm wrong. 27-20 Eagles.
Oh, you think it's going to be a low-scoring affair? Well, I guess not super low-scoring.
It's not super. It's 47. The over-under, I think, is very near there.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's actually right there. It's like 47.5. Unfortunately, I just don't know if I've seen enough through the 17 games and from like the Jekyll and Hyde conversation we've had to say that they can pull this off. A lot of things need to go their way, and I'm hoping everything that I think needs to go their way happens. Early turnovers, scoring quickly, getting up, not chasing the Eagles on the road. But they just haven't done it consistently enough for me to say that the team that gives up the lowest yards in the NFL and second in points per game is something that this team can overcome. By golly, I hope I'm wrong, but I had some time to do that before 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean,
well,
I didn't say anything unfair.
Last chance. No, it's fair. I mean, they're underdogs for a reason, right? And it's going to be a very hard bet. The Packers are going to play their best game. Jordan Love has to be a stud. Defense, Cooper, they have to probably get a turnover. They're going to have to play their best game they've played all season. No doubt about it. I think they'll do it, though.
It's going to be a lot. The Philadelphia Eagles, one thing I have to give them credit for, they play some tough games this year, so it's going to be a barn burner on Sunday.
Dirty D, Diana McGuanago, 800-990-3776. You are up on Kyle Bruston Nortman on the Carbless Talking text line.
I have a question for you. I called earlier, but I had to hang up because I had an important phone call. Why is it that every time the team does bad, they want to blame it on the head coach? The head coach is not on the field playing the game.
Bradley, you want to take this one?
Well, he sets the tone. He calls the plays. He sets the emotional standard for the team. And
comes with the job.
Do you guys know Nicolas Cage has been divorced 3 times and has an annulment?
Are you into Hollywood divorces on Google right now?
Yeah. Did you guys know that?
No, I had no idea.
I've never been a big Nicolas Cage fan, and clearly neither have any of his wives.
Ayo! Stroke's on fire.
On fire.
Dam Sports Show in Beaver Dam in 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam next. Jim, Matt, and Molly in Madison. We're here till 5 o'clock. The 414 hour for Positivity Only Hour starts in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
See you there, James Cameron.
Football season. Best time of the year and my favorite time of the year. This is ESPN Wisconsin's Brad Nortman. On game days, my favorite teammate is a cold carbless in my hand. Premium cocktails in a can made right here in the great state of Wisconsin. Maybe it's when I'm at the tailgate ahead of kickoff or getting ready at home for the game. Carbless is there. Zero sugar, zero